girls with their nails done now.
Oh my god, Bossy!
Girls with their nails done now.
I'm peeking, and in fact, he's going to find the stall right away. Finds Kiku as well, and finds Lipa. Beautifully done here from Lavelle has this covered. Lavelle with a double, possibly one more. Can he find them? He's going to find the triple.
Ladies, gentlemen, Saints Gaming fans, University of Windsor fans, oh my goodness, we have a matchup for the first time in college COD history. We're going to see the Border City battle live right here on the Saints Gaming channel. Of course, I'm Zarin with Dan the Man Banner, the brilliant man behind the production here at the Saints Gaming channel. I'm excited. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to get going already.
Well, as soon as I seen this match on the schedule that when Dawson sent me it originally, I saw Windsor on the schedule. It's like, okay, I don't care what else is happening right now. We're taking this match. I want it right now. Anytime we get University of Windsor versus St. Clair College, it's always a blast. We saw it once earlier in the last season, I believe, in League of Legends. And now, first time, like you were saying, we get to see it in Call of Duty action, and not just a show match either. We have CCL in behind as well, so a little bit more than just pride on the line for this matchup.
Definitely, and you know these two teams are relatively. I say they scrim relatively often, so they definitely know each other. They know how each other play. So this is going to be one hell of a matchup for sure, and a lot on the line. St. Clair, of course, 5-0, looking to get that sixth straight game win and push or make their push towards the top four in the first split here in the college COD. University of Windsor trying to get their, I believe, third or fourth win. I'm not sure what their result
Right.
was in the earlier match.
Yeah, it depends on what happened earlier on today. I know I didn't get the result either. The website wasn't quite updated just yet, but looking at some of the matchup here, it is going to be absolutely nuts. A few of these guys I actually recognize from way back in the old LAN days, so it's cool to see that they're still going at it and still playing. I know if it's the same Dylan that I'm thinking of, I haven't done this guy for a little while, so it's pretty cool to see them still playing and whatnot. Looks like we have Locks or M-Locks, Smitty and Dylan already in the lobby right here, right now. I'd like to see that everybody's active, ready to get into this matchup. And we do have the maps actually that we're going to be picking on that we do want to bring up real fast because it's going to be a little bit different compared to the one we did see in our last matchups. Of course, Saints coming in after a T-Hunt game, a matchup against the Grand Valley State University. And it was a different map pool completely. Now, starting off, it's going to be Hardpoint for Garrison. And we get to play Garrison again for Search and Destroy. Raid Control. And we get to, if we do end up going to game 4 and 5, we get to see Checkmate twice for Hardpoint and then Search and Destroy. Do you have any insight onto the maps and the teams itself, or?
Well, the Garrison, I would say, is probably, without giving too much away, is probably one of St. Clair's better maps. The key matchup that I'm looking at here is Priestley going up against M-Locks on the side of University of Windsor. This is a guy who the University of Windsor picked up about a week or two before the CCL actually started. Unfortunately, one of their players dropped out. So M-Locks came on in, and he's already tearing it up. He is by far their best player, and he's, he can rock the assault rifle, he can rock the submachine gun, and so he's going to be battling Priestley quite a bit throughout this game. We'll find out who gets the best of the other, but that's a battle I'm looking for. It's going to be a lot of fun for sure, and it's always a pleasure to watch Priestley, and as well as Sauce. Sauce is a very, very good at this map, running the submachine gun for the most part. But so it's going to be really, really interesting. Into Garrison Search, it could go either way. University of Windsor has gotten a lot better at Search and Destroy, based on what I've seen over the last few weeks. So definitely a good couple maps to start things off, and I'm ready.
Well, you're talking about how how sick MLOX is, I think this gives us a very good mini game going into game number 1. Of course, I've been playing with predictions all day. This is actually kind of fun here with the Twitch prediction system. So, who's getting the most kills at the end of game number 1 between Priestley or MLOX? Then, what do you think?
I feel like we're gonna get a lot of mixed answers here. I'm sure there's a lot of University of Windsor fans in the stream. So I mean, welcome. I'm glad you're here, but maybe finishing off the day a little bit disappointed. We'll see. We'll see though.
Absolutely, of course. It's always exciting to see everybody converging in to support their squads. Of course, this is the hometown stream here for St. Clair College, for the St. Clair Saints, but I know personally, if anything, that makes me even harder on the Saints when I see them messing up a little bit. I'll call a spade, I promise, and we are going to keep things as even as possible, of course, on the broadcast. Just looking forward to this matchup in general, and we're very thankful, regardless if you're here for University of Windsor or if you're here for St. Clair College. It's a pleasure being able to broadcast this matchup to you. Couple more moments right around the corner. Everybody's in the lobby. Now it's just a matter of seeing if this lobby actually sticks. So it'll just be another brief moment.
Well, I feel like ideally this match would be we probably would have invited University of Windsor to the school to actually play this match in person.
Would have been nice, but yeah.
That would have been a lot more interesting. Perhaps a little trash talking in the background of the stream, but none of that today. Is just going to be our beautiful voices. But nevertheless, it's definitely exciting to see these two teams square off for the first time on the big stage. And congrats to University of Windsor for getting a couple wins under their belts, off to a good start here in the College COD League.
Absolutely. I'm seeing some R's thrown across the Twitch chat, so we should be just about ready to get into the action. For all those who wanted to play the prediction game, it is now live, so make sure to get those channel points in while you can. And sure enough, Garrison hardpoint to start off the series. Let's hop into it.
Well, looks like the majority is going Priestley here. It's not too close, but
I mean, very well may happen, of course, with this being the hometown squad and whatnot, but you never know. I've seen a couple Saints fans sometimes vote against our own players just to stir the pot a little bit. And sure enough, here we go. You Windsor in the yellow. We have St. Clair on the green side of things. Garrison hardpoint. Let's go.
Here we go, Garrison. Like you said, Border City battle is underway officially in the College COD League. We got the 5-0 Saints going up against the 3-2 or 2-3 Windsor, University of Windsor. And starting things off, it's going to be Priestley with that first blood in that power position up on the top tank. Of course, Brandon hovering around the hard point, as well as Sauce. Brandon pushed up already into lights, going to have a battle with Dylan. Dylan ends up winning that one, so it's going to be up to Sauce here and Lavelle to try and stop this University of Windsor push. But right now, inside the hard point is St. Clair padding their lead.
I mean, at least they're able to give themselves a little bit of a breather here. Brandon has returned, takes down Hugo, and now it looks like actually Sauce NATO in true Sauce fashion, just yeeting himself right into the battle and still managing to find himself one. And then Priestley finds himself a double, takes down Hugo as well, and he's basically fragging everybody out while also moving to where I assume this next hardpoint is going to be. Can he out-duel Dylan? He's got a scent on his trail. Can he finish him off? He is, in fact, going to be able to do so. Solid shot there from Dylan to at least get Priestley off the point, but Sauce NATO is nearby for reinforcements. Smitty, not too far away from University of Windsor. Sauce kind of exposed himself a little bit, though. Might get jumped on. Does not have the active surprise. Nice little flank there. That's from Locks. Going to take care of them, and they're able to actually get themselves their first lead, I believe, here in this hard point after Priestley tried to get the point on the rotation, and it just did not work.
Yeah, and ideally you want these back spawns. That's what University of Windsor has, and St. Clair just really being a little bit overzealous trying to push through that top green area and losing just about 30 seconds and counting now. But Brandon trying to work his way around, trying to get these spawns. But, you know, with 20 seconds left, you want to see St. Clair on the rotation. You see player number 4, Sauce, kind of just hovering around mid-map as Brandon coming in with a nice little two-piece with that pistol in hand. But he'll be able to get the scrap time, and you see how far University of Windsor away from the next hard point, and that's exactly what you want if you're St. Clair. Sauce causing havoc through the middle of the map, and they can hop on it and possibly gain some time back here.
Exactly, making a mess out of things. However, the spawns are kind of awkward here, it looks like, for the Saints. They're all so far away from the point, and now University of Windsor are going to be able to take control for at least the moment. Sauce going to be the next person into position. Going to find one. Can he get onto Hugo? Not quite, but he does have Priestley right around the corner. Takes down blocks. Hugo still hanging on by a thread. Lavelle going to finish him off. Saints have controlled hardpoint.
That was a beautiful job by Priestley right there. He was the last one alive. They lost spawns. You saw how far player number 3, Lavelle, spawned all the way at the bottom left of your mini-map. Awesome job by Priestley just to be patient, wait for his teammates to catch up, and they were able to slide in and get some time. And well, you see University of Windsor, not where you want to spawn now. You would have liked to have done that earlier on in the hill, but it's going to be St. Clair taking the lead. And even with them spawning there, they do finally get the good side, but Priestley putting in work. He's got Brandon there for support. He's going to pick up one for himself. You see Priestley 13-5. Mlock struggling a little bit. Thought he'd be off to a hotter start, but obviously, if you're a fan of St. Clair, it's what you want to see from University of Windsor's best player. But St. Clair inside the hard point, and they're padding their lead again.
Yeah, just getting ahead ever so slightly. Still very close matchup so far, but a nice little exchange here for Saints, really going into the favor of St. Clair, going to let them gain a bunch of points and hang on to that hard point without really having to stress too much. Sosnado in position on the point, finds one, but he's going to get taken down. Mlocks does find the flank, so going to clean that up. However, Brandon, okay, he did get shut down by Mlocks, nearly finding the double, but shut down. Now that Mlocks has position, it doesn't look like he's going to be getting rid of this one, actually. As soon as he gets that, he's been pretty well unstoppable as of this moment.
Yeah, it's a little bit tricky coming from that old hard point. You can get them really in a spawn trap, and St. Clair wanted to do that after the spawns flip. But good job by University of Windsor to get it back, and now look at that, 82-82 through a full rotation almost. This is exactly what we wanted. Perhaps having a few heart attacks later on in the series, but it's already shaping up to be a good one. As you see, Mlocks staying alive in the bricks area, just being kind of a menace to the St. Clair team right now. Sauce trying to slide out. Smitty there for support. Brandon there for the trade. Gets two. Good shots from him. Priestley gets one back. One player left to deal with. That's going to be Hugo. And St. Clair regain control. And now they know exactly where University of Windsor are spawning. They're trying to catch them off in this spawn trap. And they're doing a decent job so far. However, you of Windsor inside the hard point and one player to deal with.
One little exchange there. At least Sosnado did find the grenade. Brandon from the high ground going to find himself a double. And then Sosnado from behind going to take down Dylan. Mlock's going to shut him down at least. Base does have to deal with Priestley, who's on the high ground. And that is also Lavelle, who's near the point itself, but does get taken down by Smitty. Good shot from him as we move forward. Basically all evened up. Saints in control of the point, at least as of this moment. Sauce finds himself in a fantastic position to keep on defending this location, but how long can he hang on to this? Mlocks turns a corner right into the Sosnado, takes care of it and sends him out of town. Brandon going to find himself another. Saints have a pretty good hold here as Brandon gets a double.
Yeah, Brandon is having himself a game. 23 primary kills. Remember, in the Codcaster, there's no EKIA, unlike when you're actually in-game. So Brandon has 24 primary kills without any help from his teammates, and that says something through a full rotation here. As Sauce continues on his little streak, that's 4 straight for him. He's got a minute and a half in the hard point. You couldn't pay this man to touch the hard point last year in Modern Warfare, yet here he is with a minute 30 and counting. And Brandon able to get 2 once again. He's on a 12 streak, Dan.
And this is the rookie of the squad, if I recall correctly, just joining us for this semester. First time here, and he is absolutely tearing through. He's been doing a fantastic job so far here in the Cold War leagues as of this moment. But still, with him getting so many eliminations, it does not matter if they can't get onto this hard point, where we do see Brandon and I believe this is Priestley both on point and doing a solid job of defending. The wide angles being covered here by Sauce and Lavelle as well. And Windsor kind of stuck going back to the drawing board. They're kind of getting pulled away from just a touch here, but this is still within reach.
Yeah, definitely. And it looks like St. Clair almost wanted to give up those back spawns towards Brick and just kind of bait University of Windsor right into their bullets. So you see Priestley top ridge. Gonna take down Mlocks. Good night. He's on a 3 streak. Brandon is still going on a 15 streak on the old hard point, trying to keep it alive.
How?
Oh, he gets another kill too. One more player left. He gets away with his life as well. 30-9. He is 30-9, continuing on this absolute tear, forcing these UFW players to spawn all the way back bricks as it's going to be Priestley inside the hard point and getting time. And Brandon going to spot a few players cross, so he might decide to push down and support Priestley. But Priestley doesn't need help, though. He's on a 6 streak for himself, and this is turning quite sour for University of Windsor.
Gosh, everybody on the side of the Saints is just, if once they get themselves into a position, are just an impenetrable wall. We see Priestley and Brandon both doing a fantastic job of this. Brandon finally going to end up going down here, but Priestley on the point, hanging on by a thread, but he's also just constantly scoring more and more points. They could win off this if Windsor can't contest, so it's going to be up to Hemlocks to probably touch this, but he's not moving, actually. They might be passing this one over. St. Clair might be getting game number 1, and in fact they are, taking it against Windsor here at the Garrison hardpoint.
Wow, I don't know the math on it, but University of Windsor got 20 points in the back half of that game there. It was 82 all, and they ended up with 102 points. And, well, you can thank Brandon for that. I mean, 17 straight kills. I don't think I've seen that on this game yet. Yeah, I mean, being the new guy, you got to think there's a lot of pressure, but he certainly didn't feel it there.
Absolutely. Let's hope, though, that he didn't blow all your adrenaline right off the start, because I don't want to get too excited too quickly, because after a game like that, you're definitely feeling yourself a little bit. I don't want to sleep on this University of Windsor squad. It's not like they played poorly, to say the least. That first half, like you were mentioning before, like it was neck and neck. That last little bit, Saints definitely got the ball rolling. However, if University of Windsor were able to keep it close once, they could definitely do it again and take the lead right underneath the feet of St. Clair, pull the rug from underneath them. So don't want to sleep on them.
Absolutely. And you know what, like I said before, I mean, Search and Destroy wasn't one of University of Windsor's strongest game modes, but they've improved it over the last few weeks. And of course, it helped with the addition of M-Locks. But just to go back on game 1, I mean, you're correct in saying that Windsor did not play bad at all. It's just when you have a guy on the other side with 17 straight kills, and Priestley had, I think he got up to 7 or 8 for himself too. I mean, there's nothing you could do. There's nothing you can do to stop a guy when he's on a tear like that. That was just unreal to watch. So Brandon, definitely the MVP of game 1. Like you said, hopefully that didn't gas him out heading into game 2. But again, this is going to be really good. We got Garrison once more. Very, very defensive-sided map. And of course, those snipers out of play. So we won't see Lavelle on that for this game. So that could add a whole new variable as well.
Yeah, because I can imagine here for Garrison with some of these longer, like with the warehouse or the garage, whatever you have some longer sight lines that a sniper definitely could have been helpful in. However, it's probably just going to be an assault rifle field party, if I were to guess myself. But with that, we're going to play a game of lobby tag, try to get into the next match real quick here. So make sure you stick here with us. We're going to get ready for game number 2. Saints going to pull away after that that second half of game number 1. But you Windsor looking to fight back for game 2. Please do stay tuned. We'll be back within 5.